I'm Heather Leach, PRVCA's Executive Director. Thank you so much for joining us at our annual meeting to hear what we've accomplished and what our plans are for the future. I'm going to start things off with our election of officers, and I'm pleased to report the following election results. Chairman Greg Starr, Vice Chairman Nick Boyer, Senior Manufacturer Director Steve Byler, At-Large Director Chuck Jablonski, Rolling Stock Directors Dan Saltzgiver and Casey Colton, Campground Director Jason Vaughn, Park Model Manufacturer Rocky Riley. Tim Umstead will serve as past chair, and Brad Rome was appointed as secretary, Ryan Esch as manufacturer director, and Stephanie Reeder was appointed to fill a remaining term as an at-large director. The other board members who will be completing their terms are Treasurer Ed Flick, Rolling Stock Directors Ryan Reich, Brad Bryant, and Haddon Smith. Supplier Director Michael T. Keller. Thank you to everyone who voted, and to those board members for volunteering your time to the association. Before I pass you over to our newly elected chairman, I want to take a moment to thank all of our members for your support and continued dedication to the association. I also want to thank all of our committees, the show committee chaired by Steve Fretz, the legislative and PAC committees chaired by Brad Rohn, and the membership and education committee chaired for many years by Brad Bryant. Brad Bryant has decided to step down as the committee chair, and we thank him for his many years of dedication to the committee and to furthering our education for our members. We are, however, pleased to welcome Mike Guerin as the new membership and education committee chair. So each committee's work is essential to the success of PRVCA. So I thank you to everyone who participates in those committees. I would also like to thank the board members who help set the association goals and make sure we are meeting the needs of our members. We are nothing without our volunteers and appreciate all the time and energy you give to the association. And I also want to recognize the PRVCA team who works very hard to fulfill the board's agendas and goals. So a special thank you to them as well. So without further delay, I will pass the presentation to the chairman of the board, Greg Starr.
All right, thank you, Heather. Again, I'd also like to thank all the board members, all the exec board and the employees of PRVCA. Makes another successful year for us. Just going to run through a few statistics and then we'll just move on. First, under membership, we have 350 members of PRVCA, and that's made up from all the segments in the RV industry. So we're proud of being able to cover all segments of that. About an 8% increase in membership compared to last year, which is wonderful. This diversity of all of our segments is what makes our association actually unique, and it also makes us very successful. Under education, this has been a big, I guess, a big sticky point that we've been working on the last few years, and we've come tremendous strides over the last few years. We hired an education director this year, James Lebonsky. He's done an excellent job and very involved with getting our programs up and running. We've offered 24 different trainings this year. Over 400 technicians have registered for our trainings this year also. In addition to OEM training, we had a variety of training for different segments of the industry, parts knowledge, social media, compliance, electricity, F&I, and the red flag safeguard compliance. These have all been completely free to every member of PRVCA. It's just a member benefit that we believe highly in. So again, free to all members. This upcoming year, we're going to have some other great education opportunities. We're going to be doing a Lippert one, Coleman and Mock, Suburban, the RVTI level 1 training, RV electricity, and then there's even going to be more than that coming up. So again, thanks James and everybody else that helps him with that. All the events, the education events, all of the upcomings and past ones, you can find the calendar on the PRVCA website. As a member, you can also access any of the education directors' webinars also through the PRVCA website. So those were all saved. Coming up, we are partnering with national training experts, including the Mike Molino RV Center for Service and Parts Training and RVTI to provide, as I mentioned, level 1, but also level 2. We're going to be working on that also. And we're also working with to get more techs recruited also. So we're working towards that also. Also developing partnerships with the Pennsylvania Career and Technical Centers, which have adopted the RVTI Level 1 certifications into their high school career training curriculum, which is very, very nice. We also partnered with the Pennsylvania College of Technology to facilitate our professional development program designed to improve business leadership. We also partnered with industry trainers to provide content for our online library, some of which was filmed at this past year's show. We also started the development of a podcast that will focus on various aspects of the industry. And we will also be holding our 4th annual leadership conference, January 24th and 25th, with leadership training from the Pennsylvania College of Technology. If you happen to have any training ideas, something you want to see, something you would that you haven't done that you would like to see done in our state, just give us a call at the PRVCA office, or you can also email education@prvca.org. Always looking for new ideas. Yeah, we're going to move on to our show. This show was our 53rd annual America's Largest RV Show this year. Overall, the show was a success. Attendance was over $51,000 this year. $51,000, wow, 51,000 people, excuse me, geez. Feedback from exhibitors showed that sales were solid, but harder to execute than last year. As we all know, all dealers know that this year was a little bit tougher in sales. Sponsorship sales were up. We had 42 companies support the show with sponsorships and/or advertising, and these funds will cover the cost of both the show program book and the Explorer PA magazine. We hosted Shippensburg High School, Central Westmoreland Career and Technological Center, and the Reading Mullen Care and Technological Center during industry days. They brought students in, gave an idea of what the RV industry is like, especially more of the technician side, which is what we're always looking for. The show's been a great venue to market the profession to potential technicians. It's important to note that the show funds all year-round marketing and education events PRVCA provides to its members. So not only is it beneficial to those participating in the show, but it also to all of the members statewide, even the ones on the western side of the state. On behalf of PRVCA, I'd like to thank the manufacturers, the dealers, the booth exhibitors who supported the show this year. The dedication from them is what makes our show such a success. Move on to some marketing highlights from the year. We currently have over 28,000 followers on social media. Our digital annual report is sent every January, highlighting the year's accomplishments. We currently have 10 year-round billboards directing consumers to our website and membership listings. We had an excellent response to last year's Explore PA magazine, the new edition that will be coming out this coming January. And not only does the guide provide consumer articles, but it also lists all members complete with a description and contact information. The magazine gets distributed at Pennsylvania Welcome Centers, member locations, shows across the Northeast, and various chambers of commerce and visitor centers across the state. As far as website, we have about 267,000 website users. Our largest RV show website had over 245,000 users last year, and the PRVCA website had over 22,000 users last year. All of these marketing initiatives has one thing in mind, and that's getting our members' names in front of the consumers. Next, we're going to move on to legislative. Do we have someone on, Heather?
Yes, Andy. Andy is
Okay.
on, so.
Okay, so I'm going to introduce Andy Goodman of Mill Iron Goodman and Associates. They help us stay on top of our legislative issues in Pennsylvania. So, Andy, the floor is yours.
Hi, everyone. It's very good to see everybody. I hope that your holidays go well and certainly are enjoyable for you and your family. We did just get through an election, the general election of 2022. The results are still coming in to a certain extent, but we have the majority of them in at this point. So Pennsylvania did elect a new governor in Josh Shapiro. Tom Wolf's 8 years of being governor was term limited out. Josh Shapiro will be sworn in January for a 4-year term. Josh previously was the attorney general, currently still is until he resigns that spot. and then also Montgomery County Commissioner and a state representative for a few years back in the early 2000s. Josh is a Democrat. We do have a long-standing relationship with Attorney General Shapiro, Governor-elect Shapiro. We certainly work with his office and feel very comfortable moving forward. I will say that PRVCA on our legislative side, keep this in mind, that we work in a bipartisan manner. We work with both Republicans and Democrats, and certainly have built a lot of relationships on both sides of the aisle, which supports us in a time of transition just like this. On the state Senate side, the Republicans maintain control of the Senate with a majority. They just had their leadership elections yesterday. Senator Kim Ward was elected the first female president pro tem. We have Joe Pittman from Indiana County as the new majority leader. Ryan Almett from Lancaster County is the new whip, and Scott Martin from Lancaster County is the new appropriations chair for the Senate Republicans. On the Senate Democratic side, we have Jay Costa from Allegheny County as the leader for the minority party. Where we still have a little bit of flux is in the state house. There is still one house seat election being decided. Most likely the end result will come out either tomorrow or Friday, but it is right now a 101-101 split with the Republicans and Democrats. The Democrats picked up 11 seats so far, and the Republicans lost 11 seats so far. So it's a significant change. When we get the results of that final state house seat toward the end of this week, that will decide who's in the majority party for the state House of Representatives. It is a toss-up at this point. Again, we work with both parties. Whoever's in charge, I feel comfortable that we have the relationships to continue working with it. The Democrats have not controlled the state House since 2010. So it's been 12 years of Republican rule in Pennsylvania on the state House side. That is possibly going to change at the end of this week. As far as legislative items that we've been working on, we have continually fought back a number of lemon law bills. We will continue to do so. That has been one of my main charges for the 2 decades that I've been working on behalf of PRVCA. We monitor and make sure that we push back on any lemon law bills that could hurt the industry. We've successfully done so. As far as another issue, bridge tolling P3, PRVCA was very successful in being a friend of the courts and certainly pushed back on the idea of bridge tolling throughout the Commonwealth, making it much more hard for our consumers to travel and enjoy the Pennsylvania roadways. So we were successful in that, and certainly will continue to engage as needed throughout 22 and 23, or 23, 24, excuse me, I'm already losing my years. Another item that may be up for discussion in 23, 24 that I wanted to make you aware of is transportation funding. There seems to be some need to look at this again between the electric cars, roads and bridges, the costs of everything going up. The last time we did it was in 2013, believe it or not. That's how fast things go. The legislature typically looks at transportation funding every 10 to 15 years. So we're starting to get into that sweet spot for looking at transportation funding. And why that matters to you is all funding comes through registrations, fuel taxes, all things that will affect your consumers. So we will certainly be engaged on your behalf on that issue, as well as we have been historically. As far as the Shapiro administration, just going back a little bit here, there will be appointments to DOT, a number of the departments that will all be rolling out here over the next coming months. There will be plenty of rumors. As best we can, we'll keep you informed on who will be running the show, but there will be a large amount of transition changes throughout the administration, the different departments. I do expect that Governor-elect Shapiro will govern in a bipartisan way. Josh is known to have Republicans on his staff, certainly work with Republicans, and that makes a lot of sense in Pennsylvania because we're such a purple state. So I fully expect it to be a bipartisan approach. Not forgetting that he's a Democrat and certainly will go with Democratic principles, but I do expect that his administration will be willing to listen to our industry, to our office, and certainly that's all we can ask for in our advocacy approach on your behalf.
Thank you very much, and for all you and your company does for us. It's well appreciated. Okay, next we're going to move on to awards. First is our education award. Now, being a leader in the industry, education is one of our association's missions. This education award recognizes the member that completed the most PRVCA training from September 2021 to August 2022. A few we need to mention before we announce the winner is Susquehanna RV came in a close second with 23 employees attending 98 classes. We also have an honorable mention going to Boyer RV that had 22 employees attending 22 different classes, and Myers RV of Harrisburg sending 5 employees to 23 classes. Also an honorable mention to Jason Whitmore, who is the only mobile tech to attend 13 classes. This year's recipient attended 100 classes and sent 37 different employees, which is huge. And it's great to see the dealers participating in this. So it's my pleasure to present this year's education award to RV Value Mart.
So I'm James with BRVCA, and I'm standing here with Jonathan at the RV Value Mart in Mannheim. They are the award winners, the Gary Bunzer Education Achievement Award winners. They have attended the most continuing education courses offered by the PRVCA over the last year. Jonathan, on behalf of the PRVCA, congratulations.
Thank you.
Keep on training.
Alrighty. Thank you very much.
You are welcome. Would you like to say anything?
Yeah, PRVCA has been a great resource for us for training, and so we appreciate everything you guys have contributed. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Our next award, this award is our Rebecca Lennington Volunteer of the Year award. This award recognizes an individual who goes above and beyond when it comes to his commitment and dedication to PRVCA. This recipient has served PRVCA for over 18 years and has served on a variety of committees, including 2 terms as chairman. However, his main focus has always been leading PRVCA into the future. Keeping PRVCA focused on its mission and making sure we provide quality member benefits while moving the association forward has been his goal, and he has succeeded in making the association stronger and a better place for both members and staff. There is no one more deserving of the Rebecca Lennington Volunteer of the Year award than Tim Umstead.
So Tim, I want to thank you for stopping by today. You have been an integral part of the association for many years, and you've truly been a leader here at PRVCA, and not just because you've been chairman twice. You're involved with the association, and when you're involved with an organization, I know you're committed 100%, and that is certainly true here at PRVCA. And everyone from the members to our board truly acknowledge that and understand your commitment and are so appreciative of it. Whether your goal is to move the organization forward or even make sure we have the technology that we need to make sure we're up to date as much as possible, you have truly been an asset to the association over the years. Wow. So today I'm here to present you with the Rebecca Lennington Volunteer of the Year Award.
Oh, wow.
Like I said, we're truly, everyone acknowledges how wonderful an asset you've been to the association.
Wow, what an honor. I mean, certainly.
Not to put you on the spot,
no,
but if you have anything you want to say.
No, just that, over the many years of being on committees and on the board of directors, it's certainly been a rewarding experience for me. and getting to know everyone, not just professionally, but personally as well, has been just amazing. So, wow, this is a surprise, and I truly will cherish it.
Well, we're also not letting you get away that quickly because I also have the honor of presenting you with your Chairman's Award because you have completed your second term as chairman. So I also am pleased to present you with a second award today. Watch that. You know, we just appreciate so much your insight and the knowledge that you have provided with us, and we know you're not going anywhere because you still have 2 more years as past chair, so we know
commitment.
Yeah. So we know you're still going to be sticking around, but we do really thank you for your dedication to the association.
Well, that's great. That's great, and I can tell you that working with this board of directors has just been phenomenal. Their commitment to the mission of this association, they've just made this be such an easy job. So I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
And we do appreciate Tim and everything that he has done for the association and is going to continue to do. So thank you again, Tim.
All right. Great. Thanks, Heather. That's it for the awards. I just want to finalize here by, again, thanking everybody that helps work this association. People we've mentioned here tonight, again, staff, officers, directors, volunteers. Everybody is what makes this association what it is and makes it successful. Again, especially when it comes down to the show, it takes so many people to run that. And again, we just appreciate everybody and everybody's help that, again, made us another successful year moving forward. So again, thank you very much. I'm going to turn things back to Heather for closing remarks.
Well, this concludes our 2022 annual meeting. I do want to thank everybody for joining us and again, supporting us throughout the year. And we look forward to serving you again in 2023. And we hope it's going to be a stellar year. So thank you all. And that's it. So thank you all.